Hey guys, it's Vornskyr here, and today we're in Euro Truck Simulator 2, taking a look at two new DLC packs. The Metallics Paint DLC, which is a free pack that comes along with update 1.10, and the Flip Paint DLC, which I just bought today. And as the names imply, both of these are cosmetic upgrades, basically, the DLC packs. You can see I've got a completely stock Scania here. It's only got the side skirts on it. So I'll be using this to kind of demonstrate some of the paints. So let's get this into the upgrade shop, which is right over there. Cool. Alright, so we're in the paint shop. And the first thing you see is we've got all the normal paints up here. Alright, so nothing particularly special about that. But then we've got this, Amber Glory Metallic and Grand Citrine Metallic. Pretty cool, right? I've also got custom colours. Now these custom metallic colours, I think it's kind of misnamed, to be honest. I would call this more pearlescent paint myself, because, and the easiest way to demonstrate is to show it. If I make this a really different colour, like bright red, you can see we've got silver as our base colour and bright red as the secondary, which kind of just really pops in. Now this is far more pearlescent than metallic, really. And then to finish it off, if I go, let's go like bright blue. And you can kind of see we've got blue highlights here. You go silver, blue, red, basically. And you can see the colour really changing as you move around the truck with the different lighting effects being like getting on it. So yeah, very cool. Obviously, this is a fairly extreme example. Like this is just to give you guys an idea of how it really looks. I think it probably looked better in a more subtle effect. But, you know, it's up to you guys. You can see this really opens up a different world for different paint schemes and for modders in particular. You know, you'll be able to do so many different things with skins and everything. I should add that this doesn't work on modded trucks, or at least not the ones that I've used so far. So the modded trucks will probably require the mod authors to go back and take a look at some of their paint options to enable these effects. But that being said, the mods that I've used in previous videos that I was using back in 1.8, those trucks are still working in 1.10. So you know, you just don't get the these different paint jobs basically. So they've also added in some skins. These ones are part of the Metallics skins pack, or metallic paint pack, whatever they called it. And as I said, this was a free DLC pack, but you can't just unlock it or buy it on Steam. You have to use a World of Trucks account. So basically what you do, you go to your World of Trucks account, you sign in, and you'll have a message with a Steam code for the DLC basically. For the retail accounts who don't use Steam, like if you bought a box in store or something like that, there is a way of getting this DLC, but I'm not exactly sure what it is. I know that's not particularly helpful, but just check the Euro Truck website or World of Trucks or something like that. So yeah. Anyway, so this is the first one that we've got in the Metallics DLC pack. This is Aqua Serenity. See, it's got like a bubbly sort of effect there. You can't really see the effect on the sides in the paint shop, and I think that's because the paint shop is set up so that light is only facing directly down on the truck. So you can see when we look straight down like that, the lighting is, you get to see the you can see the texture there, you can see it on these painted guards up here, but you can't really see it on the sides. So when you get the truck out in the real world, so to speak, you can actually see the pattern down the doors and down the side skirts and all that sort of thing. So yeah, that's Aqua Serenity, a bit of a bubbly sort of effect with some dark purple, a bit of blue. Next we've got Carbon Olive. Now this is one of my favourite ones. It's a really subtle effect, but it's really cool looking as well. So it's basically a carbon fiber weave pattern, and it looks really cool. So that's really nice. I like that one a lot. And obviously you don't have to keep the olive color. You can change it to be a dark or whatever. I've played around with this one before, and you can get it looking basically like real carbon fiber. So I might have a play around with that once I've showed you the rest of them. So digitized reality, a kind of pixel pattern, basically. It's pretty cool. High-tech fascination. Now this one is more like a circuit board. It's a really complex little pattern. It's really cool. I like that one. Northern blues. This is kind of a snowflake pattern, I think. It's pretty difficult to see the texture itself, at least with the colors that they've got chosen by default. If I make it a bit darker, like that, you can actually see the pattern in there. See, that's a really subtle one. Next we've got Sage Brush, which is another subtle one. It's hopefully YouTube's compression doesn't mess this up too much, but you can kind of see basically lines going across the top like that. So yeah, it's a bit difficult to see that one, but it's a nice effect. And then this is the last of the Metallics DLC pack. This is Scales of Might. So as the name implies, it's a scale pattern. And I really like this one. It's one of the far more noticeable ones. Like, when you see it in the light, it just really pops. You've got the scales going down the side of the truck and everything. It looks really cool. So yeah, that's really cool. I like this one. So that's all of the ones for the Metallics DLC pack. So these next ones are part of the Flip Paint DLC pack. As Flip Paint pack, say that 10 times in a row. Yeah, this one's about $2 on Steam. Again, I don't know if you can get this for retail versions. I mean, the guys at SCS have said that they're thinking about moving entirely over to Steam in the next 6 to 12 months, just for better ease of updating and everything like that. Which does imply that eventually you won't be able to get DLC for the retail versions that aren't on Steam. But of course, if you have a retail version that's not on Steam, like you bought the box in a store or something like that, you can use that product key and activate it on Steam. So, if you bought the box or whatever, you can still get it on Steam, but obviously you need to have your product key and everything like that. So anyway, Smoke Source from the Flip Paint pack. This one's kind of different effect. I think they're using the pearlescent effect far more in this Flip Paint one than in the metallic one. So that's nice. Got Bocalicious. Pretty cool. Chain of Command, which is kind of a almost like a woodland camouflage sort of one. Maybe not woodland, but a green camo anyway. And I've tried playing around with this and changing the colors. I wanted to try and get, like an urban camo or something like that. But it looks like they've actually, part of the texture is green. So you can see, I'm not using any green at all in my chosen colors, but the texture itself is still green. So it's a bit unfortunate, but there's only so much you can do really. It's still a cool texture. It's just maybe not as customizable as I would have preferred, but anyway. I think that's a problem with me and not with the texture itself. So Craftsman Classic, kind of a wood paneling thing going on here. Really nice. Cool little effect. Emerald Jungle. This one is bamboo shoots, or not shoots, but bamboo reeds or something like that. So again, just a nice little effect. It's pretty cool. Go Wild, which I like this one. This is like a cheetah pattern or something like that. It's pretty cool. you can kind of see this one a bit easier in the paint shop as well, as opposed to some of the others. Like down the side of the truck, you can still see the pattern a bit. We've got a hidden message, which, if you look closely, it's kind of like a a different language or written in code or something like that, or you know, something that an insane person scribbles on the walls of their cell. Yeah, liquefied dreams, which is a more unusual one than some of the others. It's got a lot more colors in it, like varied colors in the texture, and yeah, it's a pretty cool little effect. And we got play season, which to me this looks like a soccer ball sort of effect. I think the name implies that as well. And if we go over here, we can you can make it look more like a soccer ball as well. If we go, kind of like that. Maybe if we make that, yeah. Anyway, you can see what I was going for there. It's more it's more silver and black. I was hoping to get white and black, but yeah, so it kind of looks like a soccer ball there, or football if you're European, or somewhere that pronounces it properly. Rustic charm. This one, to me, it kind of looks like a floorboard pattern. I don't think that's what they were going for. Yeah, it's kind of, you think kind of like an old woven basket or something like that as well. I think that's more the effect they were going for. And we got square root here, which is lots of little squares. The zebra pitch, I like this one. Obviously, zebra stripes, as the name would imply. It's a pretty cool one. And that's all of them. So, yeah. So what I'll do is let's pick Scales of Might. We'll buy this. And let's move the truck out into the light. And you can see straight away the effect that the sun's having on it. So yeah, it's really cool. And the effect is most noticeable when you've got the sun or any lighting source shining onto the paint. So yeah, it's a really nice effect. Looks really cool. So that was Scales of Might. Let's go back into the shop and get a different one. Alright, so that one was from the Metallics pack. Let's get one from the Flip Paint pack. And what will I go for? I might get the Zebra Pitch one. Oops, stalled it. Let's move back into the light. And straight away, you can see that paint. And it's just, I really like the effect, and it really does just open up the world as far as modding and you know, different paint skins or truck skins, and everything goes. It's really cool. Like you can even see it, you can see it on top of these painted guards, like the wheel guards, down on the side skirts. It's really nice. So the last thing I'll do is I'll try and show you the carbon fiber one. Because the two that I've shown you so far they've both been pretty obvious ones really. The carbon fiber one is a lot more subtle. So let's take a look at that. Carbon olive, there we go. And I'll try to make it actually look like more traditional carbon fiber, so to speak. You know, the kind of the black carbon weave. So if we go black for the base color, and then kind of a darkish grey silver there, and make this one fairly dark, That looks pretty good. Maybe a little bit too dark, because I still want you guys to be able to see it on YouTube. Let's leave it like that and see how it goes. You can see, at least I can see the weave going across the roof here. Hopefully YouTube's compression isn't messing it up too much. But let's just see how it goes. Back out into the sun. And there we go. So you can see, if you look at it at the right angle, you can see that carbon weave. So it is far more difficult to see than some of the other ones, especially given the color choices that I've gone for. But you can see up on the roof there, you can see the weave. You can see it on the door there. I can't really see it at all on this side because there's no light shining on it. We're actually looking up into the sun. And you can kind of see it on the side skirts there as well. So yeah, very cool. So one of the other things that I wanted to talk about, which works with this DLC pack, is like the Flip Paint DLC pack that is that they're having a competition using, actually it uses both of the DLC packs, Metallic and Flip Paint. And the idea is that you come up with a color scheme or something that looks really cool. And you don't just have to use the ones that they've used. If you come up with a skin yourself as a modder, like you come up with your own design, you can submit that as well. But basically the idea is you just come up with something that looks really cool using these different skins and the different paint colors and everything. You upload it to World of Trucks. You send them an email at, what is the email address? flippaintdesigns@scsoft.com. You'll be able to find a proper link to that on the World of Trucks website or something. Yep. And you email them a link to the picture that's on World of Trucks, and then you go in the running to win the competition. And if you get editor's choice, which they will give you if they think it's pretty cool, you can also get an achievement. Now, obviously, you're thinking, well, World of Tanks? What was I saying World of Tanks for? Anyway, you're thinking Euro Truck doesn't have an achievement system, but it looks like they're going to add one. Now, I don't know if they're going to add it to Steam or if it's going to be something on World of Trucks, but either way, it is getting an achievement system at some point. So that's pretty cool. I don't know when that's going to happen. Anyway, so this competition, it's running now, and it runs until the 30th of June 2014. So basically a month from when this video goes up. So, pretty cool. I mean, the Metallics DLC, obviously that's free, so worth the money, I think, given that there is no money cost. The $2 for the other one, I think it's worth it. I don't know how much of the skins that I'll use. Partially that's because I use a lot of modded trucks when I'm just playing the game myself. And as I said earlier, you can't really use these paint jobs on the modded trucks, at least not yet. Hopefully the mod authors will revisit some of their work and update them, but who knows. But anyway, I mean, $2, the Flip Paint DLC, I think it's definitely worth it. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, I'm interested to know if you like this or think it's a waste of money. But anyway, until next time, I've been Vornskyr. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Like and favourite if you have liked it. I generally don't ask that, but it does help a lot. And yeah, thanks for watching.